What is test validity? Have you ever wondered how teachers ensure that their assessments truly reflected what students know? The answer lies in understanding test validity. Test validity is all about how accurately a test measures what it is supposed to measure. For teachers, this concept is vital because it ensures that assessments genuinely reflected students' knowledge, skills, or abilities related to learning objectives. A valid test leads to meaningful interpretations of student performance, which is essential for making fair educational decisions. There are several important types of validity that teachers should be familiar with. First, we have content validity. This type focuses on whether the test content adequately covers the subject matter or skills it is supposed to assess. For instance, a math test with strong content validity will include questions that representing the full range of topics taught, rather than just a few areas. Teachers can improve content validity by aligning test items closely with curriculum standards and learning goals. Next is construct validity. This type examines whether the test truly measures the theoretical skill it claims to assess. For example, if a test aims to measure critical thinking, construct validity checks if the test items actually requiring critical thinking rather than just recalling facts. This type of validity is particularly important when assessing abstract skills or traits that are not directly observable. Then we have criterion validity, which evaluates how well test scores correlate with an external criterion or outcome. For example, if a reading test predicts students' future reading success or performance on other established tests, it demonstrates good criterion validity. Teachers can use this type of validity to select assessments that are proven to predict meaningful educational outcomes. Lastly, there is consequential validity. This type considers the social and educational consequences of using a test, including fairness and its impact on different groups of students. Teachers should be aware of whether a test might disadvantage certain students or lead to unintended negative effects. It is essential to note that validity is not a fixed property of a test. It depends on the purpose and context of its use. A test may be valid for one purpose but not for another. For instance, a test designed to measure basic math skills may not be valid if used to assess advanced problem-solving abilities. Additionally, validity differs from reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency of test results over time or across different raters. While a test must be reliable to be valid, a reliable test is not necessarily valid. Teachers should ensure that assessments are both reliable and valid to make sound instructional decisions. In practice, teachers can enhance test validity by designing assessments that align closely with instructional goals and standards. Including a variety of item types that reflected the skills and knowledge intended to be measured is also beneficial. Reviewing and revising tests based on student performance data and feedback is a smart strategy. Finally, teachers should be cautious about interpreting test scores beyond the scope for which the test was designed. Understanding and applying the principles of test validity helps teachers create fair assessments that accurately reflected student learning, guide instruction effectively, and support meaningful educational outcomes.